Hello, everybody. Welcome to the K2 podcast. This is our 9th episode, all right?
Number 9.
Absolutely. Now, Jay, I don't know if you know this, but we got a new sponsor for the show.
All right.
Yeah, did I tell you? I didn't tell you about this sponsor?
No, you haven't told me about this sponsor.
So today's video is sponsored by that like button. So what I need you to do is go ahead. That like is sponsored by the like button. Go ahead, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. But we got some interesting stuff for you guys tonight.
That like button sponsor.
Straight up. You like that? All right. So our first story up, we got actually something prepared already. So you've seen the Gorilla Glue girl, right?
Yeah.
All right, so everybody's pretty much, so you've seen the Gorilla Glue girl.
Have you seen her after?
Yeah, I think she's bald.
Oh, yeah, she got peanut head. It's pretty bad.
Damn.
Like, it's like a normal skull, and then it's got like an extra subsection in the back. Where it looks like
do you think she did it for clout?
No, you can't clout this up.
Really?
Like, who?
Well, then why does her Instagram page have, she has a manager now, she has all this stuff. And
because
she's got merch. She's got Gorilla Glue merch.
Because it's
a merch store.
It caught fire.
I guess that's
it caught
true.
Fire,
I guess if
and
you
want
to
keep this.
I guess you're like, yo, I botched it. I might as well make a little coin.
But the manager and stuff came through through when she started getting interview requests for news channels and stuff. People wanted to interview her, other podcasts potentially.
You're gonna get the merch?
Hell no. That's like people donating to her. What do they call that hand-me-out website? GoFundMe.
Oh, she had a GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
she raised like 20,000. I think
you gotta be a
dingus.
Maybe
more.
Whoever donated to that, get a refund. You better hope you can claim that on your taxes.
I think I saw a video. Dude was asking for a refund. He was like,
"You gotta claim that on your taxes." How do you condone stupidity? Like that just got me.
Well, it gets worse. So, matter of fact, pull up our first video here. So our first video is this guy here. Let's go ahead and play it. We'll play the video and then we'll discuss.
Gorilla Glue garbage. I'm telling you that.
I feel like we need to clear the air because you don't
Why
want
so?
something crazy happening.
Put it on here?
Farewell thing. You know what? I think. Hey. How are you?
You don't put it on my mouth.
All right. So this man, he said Gorilla Glue is garbage.
Yeah.
It's like the leading super glue brand, number 1. Number 2, you saw what the fuck it did to that female's hair.
Well, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. And you're
gonna put it on your mouth.
But that's part of my point. Is this whole? That's why I asked if it was for clout, because this guy's obviously got to be doing it for clout.
This guy's probably backpacking. Yeah, he's
backpacking. But there's a bunch of these
I don't think
videos.
she started it for clout. I think she was really this dumb and thought she could spray this shit up in her hair and she was good. Like I think she genuinely is mildly challenged.
I don't know about mildly challenged.
Like you have to be.
I guess so, because it is. I mean, it's Gorilla Glue.
Yeah,
straight up.
How you not know what Gorilla Glue is?
She explained the whole how she got confused and stuff, but ultimately, you could. The reason why I asked if it was for clout is because obviously it started a whole like a Gorilla Glue challenge. It's like a thing now.
That's like throwing boiling water challenge or whatever they were doing. They were throwing boiling water on people while they were in the shower and shit.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, sadly.
That'll hurt somebody.
It will hurt somebody. No, yeah, it's hot as boiling water.
That's wild. That is freaking wild.
Yeah.
Well, I had just thought that was interesting because everybody's been talking about this whole Gorilla Glue thing, and I just feel like it's just gotten way too far out of hand. It's just kind of stupid.
Absolutely, it's Gorilla Glue.
This. I mean, people. And just to add insult to injury, homeboy there that put the cup on his nose, he ended up having to go.
They put it on his mouth.
Well, I think it ended up covering his whole nose, too, as well. It might have just covered his mouth.
A red solo ain't that damn big. Like, it'd be like that. Just put it over his mouth.
Well, regardless, he had to go to the hospital.
Up under his chin is what it was. They glued right there under his chin. And
That's
just
so
stuck.
brutal.
Dude muzzled
Well,
himself.
he had to go to the hospital, right? And go actually get this thing surgically removed from his face.
Surgically removed so it ain't ripped the freaking skin off your half side.
I guess they had to put like some alcohol or something to loosen it.
No, it's not
up.
alcohol. They actually have what do you call it? They reverse engineer it and created this like serum of shit that actually breaks it down.
It's just wild.
Alcohol doesn't do it. It don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gorilla Glue. I'm here to tell y'all, Gorilla Glue is the shit. It is not no BS. Gorilla Glue works.
I think it's just one of those ones that you have to
It's a
hold
super
down
adhesive.
and press for a while. You just
Not
wait
even
for it to
really.
dry.
Not. I mean, yeah, that's all super glues. You gotta wait for it to kind of like dry before it really suctions. But no, I mean, Gorilla Glue is the shit. Like, it's almost like Frank's Red Hot sauce. I put that shit on everything.
Yeah,
I put Gorilla Glue. I put that shit on everything.
So yeah, what is the red next to the duct tape? So you're going from you go from duct tape to Gorilla Glue. Is that the new fix?
Well, yes, and each thing has its own thing. All right, don't mistake it. Your fishing pole snaps in half. Duct tape.
Oh, I understand. That's not Gorilla Glue.
No, that's not a Gorilla Glue situation.
Okay, fair enough. Well, interesting. Talking about trends and
Maybe a little Gorilla Glue.
no, Gorilla Glue it, then duct tape.
Right.
It. Okay, that makes
Just for
sense.
extra support, because you got to be able to get a little bend in the rod a little bit.
Well, interestingly enough, so we've seen a lot. I mean, it's been a while, but you've seen a lot where a lot of people will go up to police officers and record them, right? Like, you know, when
I'm filming.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
They're not filming. They're all up in the cop's face.
Right.
And you know, most of the time you can tell the cops are bothered by it. Like, they hate that shit.
Realistically, though, speaking, in my shoes, if I'm handling business and you come up to me with a camera and you're all up in my face, like you said, I'm probably going to arrest you too for obstruction of justice. Because you are obstructing me from doing my job right now.
Well, it depends.
You are a No, it doesn't depend. You are a distraction. You are preventing me from doing my job and focusing on what's at task.
Right.
What's in front of me.
I hear what you're saying.
Granted, you're going to get a lot of backlash, and you know people are going to call you racist and all this and that, because that's just tends to be the scene. But regardless, that's what I would do as an officer.
Right.
If you're in my face with a camera and trying to prevent me or hinder me from doing my job to the fullest extent of my capabilities and doing it proper, you're going with them for obstruction of
So
justice.
a couple things on that. I mean, you're not wrong. I hear what you're saying. But it depends on what you mean by.
You can film from afar.
Yeah, well,
outside my crime scene.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's anything. You're like, yeah, you have that, of course.
But I'm saying if I'm arresting someone right there and you're standing, like you're in the passenger, or let's say I pull you over, I got the driver out and you're also out and y'all are both sitting at the front of the thing and you boot up your phone standing right here and you're like, no, what are you doing that for? And you're getting in my
they have
face,
a right
I'm gonna
up
arrest you
until a
also.
certain point.
Well,
You
I
have
probably
a
need
right.
to warn you. I need to say, hey, you need to go away. I'm arresting you
Well,
for
it's not
obstruction
just
of
that.
justice.
It's also until they're under arrest, they're allowed to record. Until they're under arrest. So
but
they have the
that
right.
defeats the point. How can I say, if they have the right to record, you have to have some sort of guideline. You have to be able to say,
Until
hey,
they're under arrest.
Well, no, I have to say, hey, I'm going to arrest you. If I don't have to say for stop recording. I need to say you need to go over there and record. You're more than welcome to record, but you need to go there.
Investigation, you're not going to tell the guy to go over there.
Well,
and
if I'm no longer arresting,
ass.
he can all ask. I wouldn't send him over there, obviously, if I'm not certain he's not a part of my investigation. Like if I pulled this guy over for speeding and found drugs, and this guy took possession and said, "Yeah, they're my drugs," the other guy's good. Whatever, I don't need you no more. You
Yeah.
can go over there to the sidewalk and record all you want.
But if
you refuse that and you want to sit next to me and record, I'm like, look, I'm gonna arrest you for obstruction of justice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's how it works.
Probably not. I'm not a
yeah,
cop,
yeah.
but you know, it's probably more to it.
I'm cool with them recording.
No, they wouldn't bother me if I'm doing my job. But if you, like I said, hinder me from doing my job and you're in my face or
I mean,
right
you
next to
see
me or
sometimes where
something.
people get a little outrageous and
yeah,
crazy
yes.
with it and like all up in the cop's face.
yeah,
and
we've
they're like,
seen
"Oh, let me
plenty
see
of
your
videos."
badge and all this. I get that. Like, I get that. But this next clip is kind of interesting. So the cops
right.
may have found a way to go ahead and figure out a loophole to get this recording to stop.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting take, right? Well, let's check it out. Go ahead.
All
Play
right.
this
Yeah, I'm
video
interested.
here.
Can you please turn that off?
I'm just trying to see how many people are watching us. If
I
you
get
can't
it.
answer my simple question, I tried to find it myself.
It's not on there, right?
Well,
Can you please turn that off?
I'm just trying to see how many people are watching us. If
I
you
get
can't
it.
answer my simple question, I tried to find it myself.
All right, so that's the clip. Now, you probably didn't catch it the first time. I got a second video here to really illustrate the point. I'm going to see if you guys caught what happened there before I reveal it. If you guys don't catch on by the second clip, then I'll bring it up. So go ahead and play our
But, I
second.
mean-
Hold on, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Let's just see the second clip then, because I don't know if I've actually caught it because it was on so few
Yeah, it was
said.
a short
but
clip. It was a short
it was
clip.
just
but the
so
second one's a little longer.
It was just few words said. But
yeah.
yes, let's
we'll
go ahead.
do the second clip.
Yeah.
You follow me. No, see, you're doing that. What he's doing is he's playing music to try to make it. What are you doing by playing music? Why are you playing music? Well, then turn down your music. Then turn down your music. That doesn't make sense, does it? Maybe you should put your body cam on.
So have you caught on what he's doing?
Yeah, copyright.
It copyright infringement. So they try to go live on YouTube, and the video gets shut down instantly because they're recording.
Fine. Yeah, I mean, well,
interesting
if you're live
hustle,
on
though,
YouTube,
right?
Well, yes and no, because if you go live on YouTube, you don't get shut down.
Well, the copyright things are almost instant.
Once you finish it.
No,
when you finish it,
live is
mute.
different.
Well,
because
maybe.
a lot of
I
people
don't
live
go
stream,
live on
like
YouTube very
gamers
often.
and stuff will play like music on the radio.
But
they
usually
shut
it
down.
usually only mutes my stream.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
you
now
mute
it's
parts,
gotten to the point now where it'll instantly shut you down.
Huh.
So if you're live, you try to go live on YouTube. Now, it's one thing if he wants to record it, but even if he records it, if he uploads it
But
to
I'm
YouTube, it still will
curious
get
why the footage was even being taken place.
Oh well,
on
these
that
are just
particular
I'm
officer.
not
But
really getting involved.
That's not a
down
terrible.
in
That's not a terrible look at it though. I mean, yeah, you just start playing music, copyright
that.
infringement.
I mean, just say it's weird.
That's
that
clever.
that's what I was.
That's
the
really
only
clever.
reason
That's
I brought it up.
That's
because
super outside the box.
I would have never thought about that.
I mean, like realistically, yeah, I don't think I could say I would have like been like, yo, I'm about to get him on copyright.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that idea. I almost feel like it was like some kind of lawyer tipped him off, or somebody had like. I would have never thought about that.
That's the only thing I can think of.
It's kind of weird. I just thought it was interesting because you see all the recording and stuff going on.
That's very interesting, indeed.
And this is not to like a defense to cops because I've seen way too many brutality situations. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Like I've watched so many videos. There was this one chick who went to what do you call it? She went to a Star Wars convention, and this girl was from Canada.
Well, that's where she fucked up. Star Wars is.
She was at a Star Wars convention, okay? She leaves the convention. She's walking down the sidewalk. She's in full stormtrooper outfit or whatever that guy, the white full stormtrooper outfit with a gun, but it's a fake gun. But somebody called the cops and said somebody's carrying a gun down in the street in a stormtrooper.
Right.
They end up tackling this girl, hurting her, injured her, and then come to find out the gun was fake. You know what I'm saying? They didn't ask no question. And I get
Well,
the
how
scenario.
far away was she from the convention?
I mean, like almost like same block, like that. Like
Yeah, then they should have. They should have had.
and
far
there
more
were
due
signs
diligence.
that's like Star Wars convention and all this stuff.
Like
and they didn't even investigate.
And that's okay. That's okay, and I can understand their alertness.
Sure,
But they should have just kind of swarmed the person. You didn't have to tackle her.
No, they hurt her bad. I wish I had the clip.
Well, she probably sued the department. She's got millions now.
Maybe
No,
because
she does.
they busted her nose, all kinds of stuff. It was
she's
brutal.
She got retribution.
Yeah, it was kind of brutal. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of wild. So
That is a sketchy situation.
right. So
yeah,
I just
but-
feel like some of these cops got to be held accountable, and I feel like there is stuff changing. There is stuff changing. Because I'm not one of these anti-cop guys. I just more so like they need to be held responsible. If they're gonna mess up, if they're gonna do something wrong, they need to be, it needs to be looked at. A trial, if that's what's necessary, that needs to happen, and it's got to go to court and go through the proper channels. That's how I feel about it. But
I mean, but it's difficult to approach those situations, regardless. I mean,
it is. I'm not. It's
a situation
not easy.
like that. Now, they should have did a little bit more. It should have been handled differently. Sure, regardless of person, it should have been held. It should have been more carefully taken care of. Bottom line, but it's difficult to approach a person with a potential firearm and say, "Hey, is that a gun?"
Yeah.
So I get it, but I'm not supporting them just tackling or any police brutality. But let's carry on to our next segment.
Yeah,
here.
well, the next one. So the next thing that we got up is a little bit tricky, and you can go ahead and pull it up. But the next video that we got is gonna be it's actually so.
I don't know if it's tricky. It might be tricky to set up initially and actually get everything to work and correspond and with minimal errors in technology, I guess, because technology doesn't always work with us. But Chick-fil-A is obviously known.
Well, we covered one on our last show. We covered
their drive-through.
Yeah, they were doing the vaccine.
Right.
They brought in the drive-through driver.
And they're back again at it with more drive-through ingenuity.
Yeah, drive-through ingenuity. And it's kind of neat because with the pandemic going on, everybody...
Not even just a pandemic. Here on the East Coast, obviously, and it's moving down towards, like, the... not necessarily the Florida Keys, but down by Louisiana and stuff. A huge ice storm hit the East Coast, and a lot of us were affected. 200,000 people in our state alone without power.
I just got power back today.
He just got power back today. I didn't lose it, thank goodness. And
almost had to cancel the show.
Well,
we were gonna work some stuff out, but we almost had to cancel the show.
Regardless, so with the big ice storm hitting and stuff, and a lot of companies don't care for their employees, so they're like, okay, you better be here type of thing. But Chick-fil-A thought outside the box. They said, how can we put our employees' safety first, but yet still get them to help our customers and work for us? So we're going to take a look at the video we have queued, and make sure you kind of comment below some of your thoughts on
because this is wild.
This is wild. That's what I want to see some people's reactions.
Could be the future
reactions to below in the video here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the video.
Have the spicy chicken deluxe with just fries.
Of course. What else can you feed?
All right, so you saw the video there.
So for those that didn't quite see exactly what was happening, basically it's this stand that can hold the iPad or tablet. We'll just call it a tablet because I don't know. It's a tablet. And the person is working from home in the drive-thru. So whether she's on her laptop or a tablet of the similar that the company could have distributed, I think it's pretty remarkable. I mean, it's kind of like you said, it could be the future of drive-thrus.
Yeah.
You can even apply to be
I think I looked it up and they had positions available
work
for
at home.
remote from home Chick-fil-A person.
Yeah, that's interesting, and I don't disagree with them exploring those options amidst this pandemic. But in the ice storms and stuff, and we're supposed to get another one later in the week. But I think it's really interesting.
It is
like for a company to take that kind of step and put their employees first. That even if that's the kind that you don't mind working for a little bit less of wages.
I agree.
When they work for you,
somebody's got to be in that kitchen making that chicken, though. So
I mean,
somebody got to come to
what
work.
You mean? Jesus showed up. It's God's chicken.
God's chicken. Jesus showed up.
He said, put this one on me, guys. I got you on this one.
No, I mean, I thought that was pretty neat. You sent that over to me, and I was like, oh, that's pretty intuitive. That's pretty neat. I was like, shoot, like that could be the future of drive-thrus and stuff. Now, at what point do they find it cheaper just to get quote unquote robot to just be
But I don't
there?
see Chick-fil-A being that kind of company.
Like, you know how Siri is, like Siri on a phone, hey Siri.
Yeah,
whatever.
Sure, but
put that on the pad, like hey,
I think that
blah,
takes
blah.
away from Chick-fil-A's whole persona. Their my pleasure is like their signature.
You don't think the robot can deliver the customer service?
Not the way it does person to person. A robot doesn't have the same. What's the word I'm looking for? The same
human
emotions,
interaction,
right?
All of that stuff.
And the way, they put the slide doors in the drive-thru so that it's more presentable and they can deal faster. It's not a window. It's just so much. I think it takes away from their whole.
I mean, there is something to be said about that, especially through the pandemic and everything. Like, it's kind of like, so many people, I don't think they realize it, and I don't know what you think, but I know a lot of people don't realize this or they haven't thought about it. Some people probably didn't realize it before, but they realize it now. But I don't think people or they take for granted how much human interaction really goes a long way. There's a lot of people that live alone, or they might be by themselves, or they struggle with certain things. That I know a few people personally that they're like not having that connection or being able to talk to somebody, reach out to somebody, really does affect them. And so it's kind of interesting to see with like the pandemic going on. It's really eliminated that. They're like social distancing,
right?
Speed. They take all that stuff away, and then you kind of continue to see it getting into with like, are we going to get more into that robot field where this stuff starts to take away? And it's how is it going to affect humans themselves? Because I don't think people know how humans will react. Like, maybe you do. Actually, I mean, some of them are probably going to, commit suicide.
I don't know. It's
human interaction can go a long way.
Human interaction can, and a lot of people are like, yeah, let's put robots in. Robot workers. It's faster and more, secure and stuff. But in the long run, you have to look at what it does, like you said, to us as the human race. In a sense, we won't have the interaction of going to work, the self-importance of having a job. We won't be able to work nowhere because everybody's got robots.
Yeah.
How do you expect to live? What we going
Joe
to the salt
Biden's gonna
mines?
be your new baby daddy.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't.
You sure Joe Biden? He's gonna put that stimmy check out for you.
He can deposit it all he wants to, and I'll spend it happily.
Yeah,
but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out, but I still, nonetheless, like that kind of experience is kind of cool because it still gives you a little bit of an element of human interaction still, and a little bit of customers because you see a face, you see a person when you drive through in that drive-through with the iPad or whatever right there. You still get to see somebody.
Right, you're still interacting with the person.
So
you still get that My Pleasure
But if
turnaround
they
service.
replace that person with a robot, I think that would kind of, like you said, take away from the experience.
It already does. Like McDonald's has the computer or the POS system.
Do people even use those?
I've used them before.
I've
but
never
typically I
used
don't
it.
because I customize my order too much. Like I like certain things.
Yeah,
and
well,
I'm like,
I don't use them. But when I go into McDonald's, usually people will wait in line. I don't see anybody using them, and I think that's going to be
There's a
the
handful
only
of
way that the robot thing doesn't work is if people don't succumb to it, like where they're just like, I gotta use this, or whatever.
Well,
But
most
they're
of the
almost
time is that people
forcing
see
you.
somebody already there. They don't want to wait in line to go back to the computer.
I know, but every time I go into a McDonald's or anything,
and they might
like
think it's
that,
faster to go to the register than the computer.
That's how I feel. And plus, I like to talk to somebody. Like you said,
Sometimes I do, but
order.
there's sometimes I just walk in and I prejudge and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this person today. I'm just fucking going to the computer. I'm ordering my shit.
just get out of there.
Yeah, give me my damn McDouble. I'm out of here.
Well, that makes sense. Well,
or like in China, where is it China where they got the mixed spaghetti?
I'm not sure.
They got the mixed spaghetti somewhere.
That does not sound pleasant.
It doesn't look that good either.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, they got a mixed spaghetti and there's another mixed special thing, something too. But moving forward.
Well, no. Well, the thing is, what I wanted to get into is, so we didn't bring any interesting snacks this week. I think we've been through enough hell for the past couple of weeks, just eating random stuff. My stomach.
Oh
had
yeah, we
bubble
needed
guts
we needed an adjustment
Yeah.
period because
just allow our bodies to recover.
I think next week we have something, I guess you could say, on the street prepared. I think we're going to go out to a restaurant next week. I think we talked about doing a wing challenge for the hottest wings, see who can eat more.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
spiciest
see if we
wings.
can get that. Yeah, that's not a bad.
So I think
idea.
that's something we're looking into, and I think we're looking at another possibility. You guys actually can help us decide in a poll below and just vote one way or the other. We can either do that, or we can possibly look at going to one of the lowest rated restaurants in our area and
I thought about
kinda
that as
reviewing
well.
that
Yeah.
as well. So either or, comment below and let us know what you
Either
think
way,
about
we're
that.
gonna get hammered.
Yeah, it's not good for us either way.
But no, if we could, well, what I was thinking is we could go to like Buffalo Wild Wings, get the hottest wings that they have available on the menu,
The Diablo.
and then go wing for wing challenge.
Is it wing for wing or just eat until you can't take it no more? Because I can't I gotta keep going. I can't just eat, sit, and then
No, yeah, that's how you got to get the burn.
But
on,
we
wing for
already know
wing.
you're a pansy when it comes to anything spicy, so you're gonna make me go first,
Absolutely.
and I gotta sit in bass. So you're already got a 15 to 30 second delay.
All right, what if
you
I go
gotta-
first then?
It don't matter. I'm gonna beat you regardless.
Well,
You're
we
not
can
gonna
go
make
wing
it
for
past.
wing,
You're not gonna make it past the second
or
wing.
we can go to.
He's not gonna make it past the second wing, so it don't even matter. Like, put your bets in, people.
Or we
I'm
can
a
go
sure
to
thing.
find the lowest rated restaurant. And if you guys know, comment below. Like you said, the crappiest restaurant in Richmond. If you can find it on Google, 1 star. If it has
0.5
a 1
star.
anything. The lowest rated restaurant in
Yeah.
Richmond, if they're still open, because the pandemic has just brutalized.
Well, a lot
so
of
many
places are
restaurants.
open, but yes.
But if there is a 1-star restaurant, we're gonna do some research on it. We'll go there and actually rate the
Could you
restaurant.
imagine? I don't even know if we're gonna be able to find a 1 star.
You might
Like,
find
we
a
might
1
find
star.
like a 3, but a 1 star, like you got to be the bottom of the barrel to hit a 1
We're gonna
star.
try it out.
I'm gonna have a roach crawling out my damn steak and cheese or
Oh,
something.
that does not sound good. Don't tell me that.
I mean, to get a
'Cause
1
I
star,
can't
that's
do
what's
that.
got to be happening. Like you got to
Damn,
bite
that would
on a
get you shut
burger and you just
down.
got a rat head sitting there.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
You look like a ham and cheese Jerry sandwich.
Well, my point on that is just, we decided to take a break from doing any snacks this week.
This week, yes.
But
we did bring a new segment.
We did
this
bring a
week.
new segment. I'm going to try to incorporate this, and this is a part of the development of the show. I haven't fully brought it in yet, but part of the development of the show that I wanted to do is kind of make it where it's a segmented thing where we have, there's certain segments that's going to come up, so it's more easier to follow along,
Right.
and, stuff like that. So this new segment that we're going to bring up is actually a little bit about stocks and investing, and the topic of conversation right now that everybody's talking about is DogeCoin, all right?
Is that even how you say it?
Yeah, Dogecoin.
Is Dogecoin?
I've heard people say DogeCoin, but
Well,
it's
that's just
Dogecoin.
there's no emphasis.
And
on
and
I'm
I'm actually going to take a play.
I just thought it was Dogecoin.
well, it
like,
should be
it's like
called
a-
what? It should be called, what is it called? Dog shit coin, or dog shit coin is what it should
Yeah.
be called, because that's how I feel about it. But we got a new
Not
segment.
even just. It's just called dog shit.
We got a new segment. Let's take a look at our new segment here.
Welcome everybody to the bear versus bull battle. We got the bear raising up on the bull here. The bull is.
There's our
all right. There's our
bull versus
bear segment there.
You want to set up the what it's about?
So I can do that. So bull
right.
versus bear is basically your persona of pros versus cons. Some person could be pro this, and the other person could be con that. And so let's just say, hypothetically speaking, in this sense, we are talking about DogeCoin. I could be a bear or a bull. Bear typically corresponds to your pro that stock.
No, bear means you think it's going to go down. You're not. You think the stock.
Well, pro, like you're a pro for it. Like
no,
up
pro
and
means it's going to go up. Down is negative.
So which one? So bear is pro?
No, bear is negative. Bull is going to go up.
All right, so bull is pro-ish.
Yes.
Bear is con.
That's right.
Okay, got it. So that's how you would correspond. So I think to help you better understand, I think it would be easier for you to understand our point of views on something of Dogecoin. Yeah. I am a big person that is not a supporter of Dogecoin.
You're not a supporter of Dogecoin?
I'm not.
Okay, well, I thought for some reason I thought you were on Dogecoin train.
Yeah. 3-4 months ago when I first showed it to you, and it was worth 2 cents a share.
True. Okay. I mean, I've never really liked it. I don't like Dogecoin. I've not been a fan of it. And like
but yet he has invested. He owns like 80 shares or something.
All right.
Or
600
or something.
I bought like maybe 150. I spent like $10.
The number changes every time I ask him. I thought it was like 800. He's like, no, it's only like 60. Now it's 150.
No.
He don't even know what he owns.
No. All right. Let me explain to you why I first invested in it. And I'm also going to talk about
some of the reasons. Because he's a bandwagoner. Look at him.
I'll admit, and I'm going to tell you why. I had an opportunity to buy Bitcoin, okay?
Yeah.
Way back when it was probably like I'm talking pennies. I'm talking about $1 or $2. One of my friends brought it up to me. He's like, hey, Kevin, have you heard about this cryptocurrency thing? I was like, no, I've never heard of it. What are you talking about? He's like, it's called Bitcoin. I'm like, Bitcoin? He's like, yeah, we should get some.
Yeah, and I already know like your mentality like at that time.
I was like, what the
yeah, you're like,
Bitcoin?
This ain't ever gonna do shit.
Yeah, I said it ain't gonna do dog.
You need some greenbacks.
Yeah, I was like, that's exactly what I said. I was like, I need some greenbacks.
Get us some greenbacks.
Yeah, I need some greenbacks. What is this cryptocurrency?
Right.
He's like, yeah, guy ordered pizza with it and all this stuff. You know, that's when that first story when the guy it was like the first pizza
that was one of the first
ordered.
like big.
That's when I heard about it and stuff. So this was a long time ago. And he's like, yeah, the first guy just
Could
bought
you imagine
a pizza.
getting paid in pizza through Bitcoin at that time?
Well,
he
he ordered a pizza through Bitcoin.
But I'm saying, let's just say it was worth $2. Pizza, you got it for $40.
No, I forget. He spent a ridiculous amount of Bitcoin. I think that actually there was an article. You'd have to look it up. But the article said something along the lines like that pizza today was like 100, 200 gram pizza.
Like today.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's
like,
insane.
Yeah. But anyway, I was like, fuck, you know, like this is this is dumb. And then now I'm regretting it because Bitcoin's at 50K.
Yeah.
Now, I think Dogecoin is a little bit different, but I did buy some shares because if I'm wrong, and I shouldn't say shares, but I bought some coins. If I'm wrong, at least I didn't buy a lot. I threw like $10, $15 at it. I'm like, dude, if it tanks, I spend $10, $15.
There's no way you threw $10, $15 at it at 50 cents a share.
It's not 50 cents. It's 5 cents. I got like 100.
It's not 5 cents. That shit was almost at 80 cents. It was almost to $1.
No, not Dogecoin.
Maybe I missed.
Yeah,
maybe
it was
I misread
8 cents was the highest it's been.
All right. Well, either or.
It got up to like I want to say just.
Let's
over
break
8.
it down a second. So you're saying, like you were supporting it at that time. You're like, hell yeah, let's get on.
No, not Dogecoin. I never liked it.
But yet you invested it.
I bought some Dogecoin, yes, but for several reasons. One, because I was wrong about Bitcoin.
Right.
2, it's a pump and dump, and there is money to be made in pump and dumps
in large quantities. For this
even
particular one.
I mean, even in little quantities. I mean,
some stocks, not this stock. You ain't making $10.
It's not
ain't
a
worth
stock.
it.
It's a crypto.
Well,
but it's you can.
Crypto.
Yeah, I know, but
it don't matter. Stock. They know what we're speaking about. I don't need fucking proper terminology on this one, but you invest in the crypto, and it makes literally no sense.
What do you mean?
Literally makes no sense. The majority share or coin holders are literally being paid to unload by Elon Musk.
No, they're not unloading.
Yes,
He's telling them to buy.
No, he is not.
Yes,
he
he
told
is.
them. He said, abandon your fucking accounts.
I've never seen that.
Pull it up.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, pull
He's
it
never
up.
said that.
Bet.
He's saying Doge.
Nope.
No, he's talking. I know what you're referring to. He
told them to sell.
No. Yeah,
he said he will
yes.
not blame anybody selling their stock.
Right.
And he will also pay people to sell
Yeah,
their
but
stock.
he's not talking about
Well,
random.
they're
He's not.
coins.
No, he's not talking about regular everyday people.
No, he's talking to the majority holders. He wants
Yeah.
that thing to
No,
drop.
he doesn't want it to drop.
Well, that's what's going to happen if they unload.
No, more people. No, because he wants.
What do you mean, no? That's what's going to happen.
Let me explain to you. So what happens is, say there's 100,000 Bitcoin. You own, or not Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and you have 95% of those.
Yeah.
That means the rest of the world can only get 5%. So he's saying that guy needs to unload them so everybody else can get some. Stop hoarding. is
Yes,
what he's
but I
saying.
don't see that happening.
That's what he's saying. But on top of that,
Either or,
That's
it ain't
one
going,
of the-
It ain't going nowhere.
but I'm not a big fan of Dogecoin. So let me break it down to you.
And,
And
and it's too. I think people are. It's too aware. Like it's woke. People are aware of it.
that's part of my issue with it.
It's got too much light on it, and it's
Right.
too many people are just going to watch it and not do anything with it until they're like, oh shit.
Well,
something's
first
happening.
off, Dogecoin started off as a meme. All right, it's a meme stock. All right, so
Right.
they did like this. That the dog or whatever that's on the coin was
Yeah.
actually originally a meme. And then this guy, I think his name's Jackson or something, some creator of Dogecoin, said, you know what, I'm going to try to make a cryptocurrency out of this. So he went to Dogecoin.com, or he bought Dogecoin.com
Yeah.
as the URL, and he started doing it. Well, in the midst of it all, people were making memes about the coin, like, oh, look, now this meme has now become a crypto, and now a guy from IBM came and said, hey, let's make this a viable currency. He was like, all right, sure, go ahead, do your thing. Like, the guy owner didn't care. Like, he sets it up so that and it becomes a real viable currency. So it started off as a meme. Now, one of the things is it says Elon, one of the co-creator was also quoted. He did an interview, right? So he also was quoted and he said, so the guy contacted him and said, let's make it a real crypto and all of this stuff. The guy did an interview and he said, well, he was during this interview, he said, there's no immediate plans for development. It looks like the coin will slowly become stagnant in the future. And he also goes on to say that the supply of Dogecoin is actually astronomical. Now, remember, that kind of goes against what you were saying about Elon Musk. Like, why is he saying unload?
Right, it would go against.
But
like,
because there's a
it
lot of
contradicts
Dogecoin, but
that.
it happens over a yearly period. So so much is released each
But
year.
he's already said it's going to go stagnant. Like he's not.
This
He
is the
doesn't. He has no
co-creator.
plans for this.
Well, this is the co-creator doesn't. He really doesn't.
But even the creator, they're probably
no, that's what I'm talking
in
about.
cahoot. The creator and co-creator.
Yeah, well, neither one of them.
Neither one have plans for it.
Not
'Cause
only
if
do
the
they not have
creator had
plans-
plans for it, the co-creator probably would be on board because he wants to obviously be in on it and make millions too.
Right. Well, neither one of them own any Dogecoin.
Yeah, why would they?
You know, it's
a
crazy
joke.
that they.
It's rickrolled.
It's like getting rickrolled, exactly. And a couple reasons why I don't like it. So I want to get into a little bit of the nitty gritty. All right.
Well, I don't even know that we need to break down into the nitty gritty on Dogecoin.
It's pertinent information because some people are gonna say, oh, you're calling it trash. Well, what's your basis? Why
I mean,
just
the
saying
basis
you don't
is
like it?
the stock.
So
or the
we're gonna
currency.
some of the things that go into it. So one, the creator of Bitcoin, we already established, made it as not Bitcoin, of Dogecoin, made it as a joke, right?
Right.
All right. Also, there's no limit to how many coins can be produced. All right. So this means that it's also going to constantly. So as long as Dogecoins are coming out, that could.
So that's kind of like saying that basically puts no value on it.
Well, it does because only a certain
How?
amount each year.
But that a certain amount each year, that you can say, fuck it, I'll get more next year. Like it's not a big deal.
That's true, but it's only.
But if you
they do the
make it
same
like-
thing. That's the same thing with our U.S. dollar. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but realistically, does our U.S. dollar really hold value?
No, that's the
No,
whole point.
Exactly, because it's the same thing as Dogecoin.
There you go. There
Okay,
you
then,
have it.
like I said, but you got Bitcoin who has a cap limit of
21
21 million.
yeah.
Only produced no more.
Yeah,
you
that's
cannot
why I
get
like
no more.
Bitcoin.
That's why it's so high value. That's
Yeah.
why there's supply and demand.
Yeah, and
Bottom
some
line.
people have mentioned, Dogecoin could become a currency or stable currency in a few hundred years.
A
But
few
that's
hundred years.
That's only when they can predict how many is being made each year or how much
Is
is
my
being
seed
mined.
even
That
still
should
being
not be
spread
made.
in a couple hundred years? Like my bloodline's gone.
Maybe not. It goes back. You got lineage.
You
so
talking
it
a
goes
couple
back.
hundred years?
It could go back.
This thing's talking about it's gonna be fucking 33. Like, oh, Dogecoin's
Well, my
spiking.
main thing is like I keep seeing.
Don't do it, guys.
I agree.
Hold the line.
Yeah.
Just
it's
don't.
stupid.
Don't.
But the interesting part on it is that a lot of people think it's some sort of get rich quick scheme when really it's all a pump and dump.
It is for
And
the
that's
people
why I bought
that
some.
hold majority. They were like, hell yeah, dude, jack it up so I can unload, and then all you dummies are gonna start buying more and
Yeah, they
doing it,
buy it
and
at
then
the
I got rid
peak.
of. Yeah, well, they're buying at the peak exactly while people are
People
sitting
are
there
right
unloading.
now like go buy Dogecoin while it's cheap. No, this is not cheap. This is the like this is getting
Right.
up to the max. Some people
That's like my free
speculated that
stock.
they think it could reach up to $1 per Doge.
And and if it did reach $1, it had a lot of potential to make a lot of money if you owned, like some good,
but it's
like
gonna
10,000
dump again.
shares.
I think. I just don't see
I
the
don't see it getting to
longevity in
$1.
this. I don't see it as a longevity.
And it's not a proper. It's not a sound investment.
Some people are like, well, why does Snoop Dogg tweet about it? Why did this celebrity
it's a
tweet
meme.
about it? They're saying buy Doge, stuff. But my speculation is, Elon Musk tweets about Dogecoin, right? Every paper and every headline always like, Elon Musk tweets about Dogecoin. And then so the celebrities say, hey, well, I can get a little bit of limelight if I just tweet about Dogecoin like he does. They'll write, oh, guess what? Elon Musk, Snoop Dogg, and all
Right.
these, it's just a clout chase. So you see in
That's
this,
fair.
and so I just seems like the whole Dogecoin thing is solely relying on attention and tweets from like Elon Musk or other celebrities.
But it's not enough to fuel it.
That's exactly. And
It's
I
not
said,
enough.
I said, the only way I ever will see Dogecoin become viable is if it goes mainstream, or if
It's hard to go mainstream
well,
with
this
such
is
a
the,
shadow
and this is
from
another
Bitcoin.
point. Elon Musk talks about tweeting Dogecoin, all
Right.
that stuff, right? Then he turns around, puts 1.5 billion in Bitcoin,
Yeah.
not Dogecoin.
Well, who would, in the right mind, would do that?
It might not have
knowing
been
you're
enough
not
available, but it might
Well,
not
even
have
if
been
so,
enough
but
available.
why would you? He realistically, there's no investment there.
Right.
You're
Well,
not
on
coming
top
back.
of it is he said, I think they released a document said that they may allow you to purchase a Tesla with Bitcoin.
No, they are doing that
Yeah, so
available.
the thing is, I didn't hear nothing about that being offered is for Dogecoin. You could buy a Tesla with Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying? Why not offer
First of all,
that?
who the fuck owns that much Dogecoin?
There's
If it's worth
people out
8
there.
cents, you know how many shares you have to equal up to almost $100,000 car?
Yeah, but some people bought it when it was below a penny, and I know one
Even
dude who bought,
if you did, you ain't got enough. If you bought it below a penny, you
one
ain't
dude
making
would've
enough
made
to
like,
value.
One dude made like 20 grand or 30 grand.
It's
when he
still
bought
not
it
enough to
below
get a
penny.
Tesla.
Oh yeah, it is.
No, Teslas are almost $100,000
Yeah,
car.
that's true. I mean, it depends on the model. There's some cheaper
No,
models,
there
but
ain't no
still,
cheap
even
models.
if you
It's a
could
fucking
still save it
Tesla.
up, I'm just saying it doesn't have to be today. Go
But
today.
either or, there's just no value in Dogecoin. Bottom line.
No, I don't see it either too. And like
So
you
I
said,
think
they're
the
running
easiest
into
way
the ground.
I think the easiest way to explain this is we're both bear on this.
Yeah, I'm a bear on this one. I'm a
Bear
bear on
meaning
this
we
one.
are not pro. We are definitely.
Yeah.
It's all cons for us predominantly.
But this next stock might switch it up a little bit.
I think. I mean, yeah,
Because
it does.
I'm a bull on this next one.
And I'm definitely. I'm a grizzly.
You're a big old grizzly
I'm
bear.
a mighty grizzly.
All right, so the stock I'm gonna bring up is Poshmark, and I've brought it up on the show in the past. We've talked a little bit about it.
We have talked about this before, and I think you even. Yeah, we talked about it when it IPA'd. I think it just came out. IPO'd. Sorry, IPA. I need a beer. But IPO'd. Yeah, I think we talked about it on episode 6. About actually no, it was episode 5. About it, and we were discussing what it entered in and what it came down to, and
Where we
what
think it would
you
be a
expected
buy.
to do and where you thought you would buy at if it got to that point. Where I think our huge disagreement is you see it as a sound investment, as to where I do not.
Why don't you exactly? Like, what's
So
your biggest?
they
beef with it?
IPO'd at $100 and some change.
Yeah.
They have dropped with no hopes of even touching $80 again. They have been cruising at anywhere from $74 to $78 consistently. So it's a consistent bet where you can play that field. If you can get it at 70 and it gets to 78, you made a little bit of you made some dollars, sure. But to come out that strong, that tells me right now you've already overpriced your market. You are already wrong. So for you to overprice your market and drop $30 in the first 3 days is terrible, because most people buy stocks when they first IPO because they expect it to take off and climb. So they get it when it drops or when it
But
first
that's
comes
why
out.
the price is so high.
But that's when it jumps up. And that's fine. It can be high. but it jumped. It never went up.
No, it did a little.
No,
bit.
it did not. As soon as it came out at $100.84, it tanked.
No, it went up to like $1.20, I think.
See if you can pull that up on.
No, I don't. I don't think. I think the
You just
internet
put
might
open
be
it.
down.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the internet's down. But
Yeah, there's outages everywhere still.
Yeah.
But yeah, so regardless, they dropped, and it's been terrible, and it's just we literally looked at another stock the other day, and I forget the name of it, that just IPO'd like 2 days ago, and because we were looking at some options, and in their first 3 days, they are still ballparking within the same $2 range of up and down of their median of their IPO cost. That tells me that is a sound projection of what their company is worth.
So I don't know. We gotta disagree on this. There's several reasons
we
why
will.
I like Poshmark. One being is with the whole pandemic and everything going,
Right.
people they're on a budget.
And that's one thing.
Let me explain. Let me explain.
Oh, man.
First thing is people on a budget. This is
Are
like
they though?
Yes.
I mean,
I'm on a
some are.
budget.
So everybody should be on some form of budget, but like realistically though,
There's some people out of work.
if you're on Poshmark, it means you got money to spend.
No,
You're
it's
not on there to
secondhand.
browse.
It's
Who's
secondhand goods.
Exactly. Why are you on there you're on there looking for something. You're not browsing. You're not window shopping. You go to Amazon and window shop. You don't window shop on Poshmark, a secondhand clothing app.
So first off,
If you're on there, you're looking for cute things because you want to buy something.
okay, exactly.
Exactly. So
So
you would
they're-
think
they're-
in the midst of this pandemic, if you're on the app, you would think it would, with all this extra time people have off with the stimulus also fueling it, you would think the stock would increase because the app is doing
Well,
well.
they haven't released
but it's
any
not.
earnings yet, so we don't know that.
For
So
what,
we
the
got-
year? You're
No,
telling me
the
in
quarter.
2021 they haven't released their third quarter?
No, they haven't released any quarterly
So
earnings. They
we're
just
in the
came out.
fourth quarter. Let me see here. So we got Poshmark right here. I'm sorry you guys can't see it. And we're not on the
What are you talking about? No,
he's
you,
not on Robinhood.
you don't need to be on Robinhood.
But
had
you
it
can't
right
see
there.
the
You had the
quarterly
chart.
projections.
No, they don't have it. They don't do it until it gets closer to time. They haven't put
so-
their quarterly earnings. But that's not what we're looking at. So it came out the gate and went skyrocketed.
No, it did not. Look at that down.
Yeah.
Straight down year to date.
All right.
That was today. That was one
So-
day. Year to date.
They can't see that, so I don't want to go over the chart too much. But listen,
Right.
so
And
let
I
me
don't know
get
if
out
I
my
can't
piece
even really
here.
show it too much.
Nah.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to really
Nah.
see, even if I try.
No, you're
Yeah,
too far
sorry,
away.
guys. But you guys,
Well, let me
please
get out
look
my
at
point
Poshmark.
here. I want to put out my point here. Reason why Poshmark is good, it's a thrift store in the palm of your hands. People that like to go to Goodwill, save some money, they can actually do some shopping and save a bit because it's secondhand, okay? Just like if people go to Goodwill and buy some money. So people that are struggling,
I want to
that
go
are
to
out of
Goodwill
work,
and buy some money.
or excuse me, buy some clothes with some money. Excuse me. They could go actually buy some clothes, spend a little bit of money, and they can do it right from the palm of their hand. That's one thing, okay? In addition to that, you don't have to worry about any like social distancing guidelines. You don't have to worry about wearing a mask. You can
Sure.
do it right from the comfort of your couch. And also, unlike Goodwill, or any thrift store, on Poshmark, you can actually negotiate the price on things. So if you
Sure.
see something for, let's say, a T-shirt for $10, you're like, hey, I got $8, you know, and if the owner wants to sell it for $8, they can sell it for $8. So that's another cool thing. Also, I see in my head, I'm visioning it where big name brands could also team up with Poshmark to do like limited merch drops. So like you could say, hey, look, exclusive
Could,
to
but
Poshmark.
haven't.
No.
Let me
this is
rephrase. Let's make that clear. They could, but have not. No clothing companies have done this. No
Not yet.
Polo, what's one of
There's
the Walmart
independent
brands? Big Dog or some shit. What else? Walmart brands? I don't know what they are. Glad or something. Who knows? But regardless, no brand has done this.
Well,
Not one popular brand has done this.
No, but this is
All
all
right,
based on growth. This is what I'm
No,
trying
it's
to
not
tell
based
you.
on growth because Poshmark has been out for years.
But they just IPO'd. They haven't been
It doesn't
out that
matter if they
long.
just
They're not
IPO'd.
they're not that
It don't
old.
matter if they're just IPO'd. The company in itself, if another company, clothing company, was going to make that investment, they would have done it regardless of the IPO. Regardless.
Not necessarily.
Yes, they
Not
would have.
necessarily.
They would have done it on the sole
Because-
principle of what the company's doing. And Poshmark is not the only company out there of this kind that does secondhand clothing, electronics.
many.
There's plenty. Literally, if I pull
Can
up
you
a
name
Google
one?
Play store, there'd be a list of all these things. Literally, there's commercials of it.
Well, guess what? Poshmark is also diversifying because now, just like me, myself, I have a dog. A lot of people have animals. They're actually opening up a little bit of their market to do pet stuff as well. So they're going to open up like little pet stuff you could use.
I can tell you right now, guys, if you invest in Poshmark, you're going to regret it.
I disagree.
You can disagree all you want, but there's just no value in Poshmark to grow. You may earn, if you like right now, I think they're at $72 a share. You can buy it at $72 a share, and it may spike to 78. I don't see it getting over 80 anytime soon, especially in the pandemic. So you can make your $6 per share. So if you're not willing to invest $500 plus, you're not really making any value. You're still not at $500. They started off.
It says the stock began trading last month, pricing at $42. The stock closed on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, at $70.26. So that's what you were saying, close to $72. Shares were actually up 9.2% that Thursday morning. I have a positive outlook on.
But yet you have not invested.
No, I have Poshmark.
You have Poshmark.
Yes.
How many shares?
I have a couple.
I
have a couple.
I don't know about
Not a
that.
lot. I have 2.
But either or, it don't matter how many you really have. But the point is, realistically, they overvalued their company, which tells me they put way too many eggs into that basket. They expected it to do way better than it's going to, and it is still not catching up to what they have their thing. That's like me saying this shirt I'm wearing is worth $20. I'm already overvaluing a used T-shirt.
I guess I don't know. I think
it's not a $20
we'll see
T-shirt.
what
I'd
happens.
probably get rid of it for $7.
So the good news is
at best.
Probably,
who the hell is still
the
paying
cool part
$7?
about this segment though is we'll have the opportunity to kind of get better at our stock picks. We can analyze them a little bit more. You know, this is our first time kind of doing like a little analysis of what we think, and we're just kind of spitballing like general ideas. I didn't really dig into all of the, what do you call it, the beef of the meaty material of it all. Like, you know, I didn't get down to the center of it. It just kind of wanted to kind of spitball what I was thinking, kind of get a little bit out about these stocks and see what transpires. And we'll have this to look back on and say, hey, look, we talked about this. We said, you know, it's cool to have like two different perspectives. Because somebody may think like you and say, hey, you know, I'm not feeling it as we either. And then somebody may think like me and say, you know what, I think that's true. I mean, I'd love, because me personally, being that I've used Poshmark and all that stuff, I'm like, yo, to be able to sit right there and just fucking,
but there's so many other apps that do this.
I don't know any. You can't name one.
Top Hatter.
I never heard of it.
It's on there.
All right, I'll give it to you. I just never heard it.
There's another one that I've seen so many commercials for also, where they're they're like they're like sell it on something or something like that, because they're like running through the woods with a toaster or some shit.
Yeah, but it's gonna be closed.
They don't have to be closed. They sell just because they also offer electronics. And that's the problem with Poshmark. They're restricted by one thing.
I feel like
they're restricted.
I hear you, but I don't even feel like
nobody's like, yo, I gotta go on Poshmark and get me a cute handbag. I need a new wallet or a pair of shoes. I need to go on Poshmark. Nobody's doing that shit. Just go to fucking Walmart and spend $20 on a pair of new shoes instead of $20 on some busted ass rugged down shits.
Nah, those new shoes from Walmart be broke in a week.
What the fuck you doing in your shoes?
I mean, I walk at work.
You get some boots. You need some fucking boots.
Oh, jeez.
Poshmark is dog shit.
I guess.
Right there next to dog shit coin.
Doge shit coin. All right, well, I mean, that's pretty much it on that segment. Pretty much going to be wrapping up tonight's show. I did want to touch base on something real quick. So I have a friend, and let me switch gears a little bit. I have a friend who has a podcast as well. And her name is Courtney, and she has a podcast. It's called Pretty Inside and Out. She gave me this mug here to kind of put on the show. I told her I'd talk about it a little bit. It's really neat. If you take off you could take a look. It's got the Pretty Inside logo, or Pretty Inside and Out logo. I don't think you can see it because of the lights there. But what makes this unique is it actually has a temperature check on the top there. You can see it'll tell you what temperature it is. On the inside, it snaps off. She's selling these bad boys for $20. She, like I said, she also has a podcast. It's called Pretty Inside and Out. I will put the link in the description for you guys, just so she's able, if you want to check out her podcast, you certainly can. She's got a great message, a lot of insightful stuff, and what could I say, encouragement and things like that. So she's a very nice girl. I wanted to give her a shout out and also let everybody know she has these great mugs available, or thermoses available.
thermos.
Yeah, it keeps it nice and warm. It's nice, sturdy, great material. They're only $20, I think she told you could buy it right from her website.
We're gonna have to put some of that third ward tea up in there for you.
Third ward street tea or sweet tea.
Whatever
I keep saying street tea, but it was awful.
It was awful.
She does have these mugs available. If you're interested, I'll put the link to her podcast in the description. Go check out her videos. Very sweet girl, and got some great material. So if you're looking for some encouraging stuff and positive things, I would definitely check that out. But that's gonna pretty much do it for tonight's episode. We were a little underprepared. I have to admit. I don't like to admit it, but I do have to admit it. And we've been out with power with 3 or 4. I've been out with 4 days or since Saturday. So today's Monday. So just a couple of days, but it seemed like forever. So I was out with power for a while. Just got power back up, and I said, well, we got to get on. We got to do a show. We can't just skip a show. So let's get a few things up. Right. I don't know if you can tell, we did make a few additions. Got a nice new backdrop. So we're working on things. Bear with us. We're going to continue to make the show great. Again, if you haven't, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps us grow. We're trying to get that 100 subscriber
13
goal.
13 left, I think. We're so close, guys.
Yep.
So just give us that final huzzah.
Yep.
Push.
And also, don't forget, this video was sponsored by the like button. Go ahead and hit that like button for us.
Co-sponsor, subscribe button.
Yeah, co-sponsor, subscribe. But that's all we got for you guys. I hope you have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to see you guys next week.